Hi, everyone. Hey, how you doing? Good to have you back with us on today. This evening, we're in the evening home stretch of our second day, really our second day of the Passion of the Christ, the Passion of the Christ. And we're glad that you've chosen to join us during this special time. This special time, you want to just not come yourself, but you want to bring somebody else with you. This is going to be good. This is going to be rich. This is going to be something that you don't want to miss out on. Let me just share this note with you. The text in First Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 16 says, "And David spake to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brethren to be the singers with instruments of music, musick, psalteries and harps and cymbals, sounding by lifting up their voice with joy." What a great thing that is, lifting their voice up with joy. And so from today, we want to be able to focus in on the music, the sweet singers in Israel. We want to be able to focus in on those who have been gifted as far as music is concerned. And so what I want to do is I'd like to bring on Sister Jayone. Hey. And she's got a good friend with her, Brother Henry Lowry. We're glad that these two individuals are with us. And they're going to be leading out during this segment from night to night. So go ahead and text somebody. Go ahead and share your Facebook page with somebody. Tell them that you're liking this. We're going to put it in the hands of Jayone, who has been working feverishly and hard about putting this together. So we're going to just support her and be involved with her. And Henry has allowed himself to be with us on this evening. Praise the Lord.
Right. Hi, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. We just want to give you guys a little more time to arrange yourselves and come on through Facebook and social media. We see a comment here. If I can highlight this show. Hi, how are you? So thank you so much for coming on with us tonight, and the rest of you guys, remember to comment up and we'll feature those that we can. So today's program is all about music. Oh goodness, I think we're gonna go without these glasses because I'm getting a huge reflection. We're all about music, so we're going to introduce a special guest. He's not gonna come on, but I'm sure everyone has either heard or seen a little bit about him, even though he is a bit older and he's no longer with us. His music still is, and all his contributions to the music realm. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host with you, and we're going to bring on my friend Henry. Here we go. Hey Henry, what's up? You're muted. I think you're muted.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me now?
Good. Yeah. Can you actually speak up like a little more? I think you're a little low.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Can you hear me better now?
A little bit. I think is it a little louder maybe?
I don't know. I think my is out to go. You can't hear me at all?
Oh, well, it's a little low, but I think we can go with it. So, how are you? What have you been up to lately with COVID and everything? Oh, okay. Right. Pastor Bryant, we're going to bring you back on, and we're going to chat with you about what's been going on with COVID. Okay. No, we're not. Yes, we are. You're muted, Pastor Bryant. Right. We are having some technical difficulties, people. So right now what we need to do is pray, and we'll, hopefully get this going in a minute. We still cannot hear you, but Henry is back. So we're all three together. My question to you, music and COVID, how has it changed? What's going on? What's new? What's different?
Well, music and COVID, what's different about COVID times is people have had to be more creative, and people had to find more ways to try to do the same thing while not being able to come together. I find it very impressive for people to put together musical pieces when people aren't even in the same area. You have to put each person's individual video and piece it all together. But what impresses me and what I like about it is that, it hasn't stopped people from making new music and continue to do music together, because the spirit of music is stronger than the virus, and that's what I've gotten from it. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that COVID has changed a lot of things. I'm excited to see what's new. I do love the fact that we can like travel anywhere and kind of listen to all the different praise teams all around. I've definitely been invested in the East Jamaican conference. I love, hearing the music and how they take a different spin on, the songs that we've grown up hearing. Okay, so let's hop into it. We are talking about a musician today. And before we introduce who we're going to discuss, do you have any musical background, Henry? Can you tell us?
I have a little musical background. I attended Peterson Warren Academy where I picked up playing the saxophone. I picked up playing the piano. I play a little drum. I play some drums. And I've been singing in the choir ever since, I was a little tiny kid. When I was a kid, I used to sing in the adult choir all the time because I never wanted to leave my mom when she had to go to practice. So they was like, he's in practice every day, let him sing. So my whole life has been deeply entranced in music. I wouldn't call myself, a musician or a singer, but I have musical experience and a good background.
Yeah. And Miss Collins just came on, and it's West Jamaica Conference, just so I was saying earlier. But yeah, I mean, me too. I played the piano, flute, singing, kind of dabbling, like you in the choir. You're younger. They're like, yeah, you sing. I don't know about that. So, all those fun memories. Right. So I think we should bring in our presentation. Hope it come up. With who we're gonna talk about today.
So we're talking about Daryl Coley. A lot of
Yeah.
people, maybe those that are younger, might not have really know
Mhm.
who exactly who we're talking about, but I'm sure people have heard his work, heard his music because, even if somebody has passed, as some people, as everyone does eventually, your music can still continue to live on and touch a later generation. And that's what Polish music does as well.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right now. I hope you guys are able to see the presentation that just came up. Henry, is it good? Are we seeing?
Yes, we can see it.
Great. So this is these are some of the facts, and we're just going to talk about. I don't know, is there a way I can stop it from doing that? Right. We're just going to talk about. Oh goodness, it keeps playing. Is there a way we can stop? Right, it's just going to continue to do that. So we're going to talk about some of these facts here. So he was born in October the 30th, on the 30th in 1935. I was not born then, so I don't know what was going on back then, but it was definitely a different time. And he was born in California. I don't know. Have you ever been to California, Henry?
Me, no, I've never been to California. It's on my list. It's actually on my list.
Yeah. Definitely. And he was doing a lot from a very young age. He was actually what some would call a child prodigy. From just the age of 14, he was a part of the choir, and he was involved in everything music when it came to his church and there around. He was very involved. Just music was his thing. His mother, growing up, he said all the time that she had jazz playing in the house, and she had just very, a diverse collection of music that she introduced him to at a young age. He was a part of the Voice of Christ group, and he was also part of the Edwin Hawkins group as well. His group, he sang with him, and he also sang backup or in the background with Stevie Wonder, and he sang with, as we know, James Cleveland. There's so many other people that he sang and did music with. He was in the studio, he was in the stage, on the stage rather, and he was in the church. Everything, all the music that he played and was or highlighted, I guess you could say, was music that I'm trying to stop sharing the screen. Right, back. Was music that he felt had a message. He wasn't just, sharing random music. I think today you kind of find music, some of it's good and some of it's like, what am I listening to? But he always made sure that his music had a message. His music had a Christ-centered theme. He had a medley of music. His music always had a little bit of jazz, a little bit of Christian contemporary, and a little bit of gospel mixed in there. And there are a few videos that we have to share. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to share with them before we play our first video, Henry?
It's just that Daryl Coley, I know a lot about him. since from my grandma. And my grandma, she, put me up on her type of music. That's what people say, put me up on. And the thing about when he would sing, he had a very strong voice, and he had a very rich voice. So when you have a strong and rich voice, sometimes you can tend to overpower people, but it takes a special type of talent to know how to mix perfectly and gel well with that. And I really always thought that was impressive for me.
Yeah, definitely. We even have a video right here speaking about his range. I'm gonna try and share this this video.
Something about range, though I'm not technically a professional singer, I believe I have the greatest range in the history of music. But
Okay.
that's just one man's opinion. We don't need to verify.
Hmm.
You just have to take my word for it.
Right. Can you see the video? Can you see YouTube?
Yes, the video is coming up.
Okay. Let's see if we can play it.
I can't hear it. I don't know if that
Can't hear it. Can you hear it now?
No.
Could you hear it for a moment there?
Yeah, I can hear it for a moment, but the picture went away.
Okay, let me try again.
Yeah, but when it comes to music and vocal range, a lot of people, they there we go.
I just want the will of the Lord to be done. Oh, the child, I will forgive their sins. It's all and
Right. So there's just a little snippet of all the different vocal ranges that he portrayed throughout his musical career. I mean, he was everywhere. He did a lot of I guess you would call them premieres with different choirs. I mean, he was involved in a mass amount of musical stages and platforms, and he had a very wide and diverse range when it came to being able to express his vocal talent. So I think that we can get into some musical questions. So we're going to play a little game. It's called Rapid Fire Music Edition. And I have the questions here. Henry, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me pull up the questions really quick.
Why are you pulling
Right.
that up? I want to say something about vocal range. I know you were
Okay.
talking about the vocal range that Daryl Coley possessed, and I feel like different vocal ranges evoke different type of feelings and different type of emotions with music. a bass voice can make you feel a certain way, or a soprano voice can make you feel a little bit different. And for one man to possess the ability to use operate in different vocal ranges and make
Mm-hmm.
you feel different ways with it, that's truly, a blessing from God and the talent.
Yeah, and he definitely used them for the Lord. He was very profound in the gospel era and stage and genre, and he definitely sang songs that a lot of people now find very moving still, and that's an impact. Okay, so let's start rapid fire. I don't know if you guys know watching on what rapid fire is, but it is a game where you ask questions related to whatever you're talking about, and you have to answer them really quick. So, I'm going to do a few here. First question. If Jesus played an instrument, what instrument would it be? 5 seconds. 5, 4.
He played the bass guitar.
Okay, why? Why do you say that?
I think he played the bass guitar because I don't think he would play lead because Jesus wasn't like I'm in your face type of person. But the bass kind of smooth. Jesus seemed like he would be like a smooth guy, and it still has.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of behind the scenes, and that's why I think he'll play the bass guitar, but definitely not lead guitar.
Yeah, definitely. We have a comment here. Someone said the flute. Okay, could you explain to us in the comments real quick why you think that? And while we wait for the response, we are going to go on to the next question. So, what kind of music are you thinking you can like sing or do yourself? Like, what's the genre? What's your thing?
Contemporary gospel, contemporary
Okay.
Christian. So not gospel, but
Mm-hmm.
contemporary.
So something a little slow.
Contemporary Christian got kind of like it's like a mix of music. Got like a jazzy type of feel a little bit. It's
Mm-hmm.
also like a slightly country. So I like the mixing of music. I like when it comes together and it can create something new. So that's why contemporary Christian. That's my thing. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so my answer to the first question would have to be if Jesus played instrument, I think he'd play like the guitar because I feel like the guitar is like very nice and calming and he's very like compassionate person. So I feel like it's, the guitar, but then he can be a little spicy with the guitar. So I think Jesus sometimes, especially when he was in the temple, throwing tables, that's where you get that spice in.
So
And then our
or electric
mm-hmm,
guitar.
yeah. Oh, you're asking me the question, electric or regular?
Yeah, or acoustic. Yeah.
I would have to say, I don't know. I think maybe acoustic. Yeah, that's hard to say. I don't know. Okay, and then in the comments, the person was saying smooth. They feel like Jesus would play the flute because it's smooth.
It is smooth. The flute is an
Yeah,
underrated.
true. Okay, and we're going to go to the next question. If you had to name a song really quick, like that's your go-to song, what would it be? What's the title and who and the author
To sing or to listen to or to play?
that you listen to?
I like Even Me.
Okay.
I think that originally. I don't know if it's originally, but it makes me feel something every time I hear it. Or I'm gonna cheat and say one more. My life, my love, my all, and I know that was Kurt Franklin.
Yeah.
And I the harmonies. That's what really gets me. When songs have good harmonies, it just makes me feel so good inside.
Yeah, true. And then in the comments here, oh, Mike, sorry. He knows my name, Tasha Cobbs. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'd have to say, maybe like Melodies from Heaven by Kurt Franklin, or maybe Brighter Day. I don't know. Kurt Franklin's good for like harmonies in that group setting type of song. Yeah. Okay, if there was a song that you could direct, what song would it be in gospel, the gospel realm?
That's an easy one. I've always wanted to direct this song. That's Matthew. I think it's Matthew 27 by Donald Lawrence and Tri City. I think it's 27 or 24. Mm-hmm. But yes, I've always wanted to direct that since I was a little kid. I think I would kill it.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. It'd be hard to say. Maybe like Brighter Day by Kurt Franklin. Maybe that one. That'd be cool to direct, I think. Or maybe no, maybe I'd have to go back to Melodies from Heaven because you have the different parts and you can kind of, you know, go, you sing. Yeah, type of thing. Okay, so the next question and the last question that we have from Rapid Fire is, if Jesus was a music producer, what type of music would Jesus put out?
I mean, it'd be Christian music, but I think it'd be like a jazzy type of music, you know, got like smooth beats and, you know, easy listening type of music.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too hard because, you know, you want to be aggressive with it, but something that's just an easy listen to. You sit back like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I'd be hard to say. My top two would probably be like some gospel, like choir music, and then maybe like a few solos or singles in there, that were like Christian contemporary, like you said, you know, slow kind of music. Yeah, I think those two. And then our commenter said hymns. Okay, yeah. I think that is it. Okay, so that's the end of that game, Rapid Fire. If there are any questions that you guys think we should ask for next time, then we are going to definitely put those in. And if there are any artists that you want us to highlight really quick next round, because we're going to be doing this all week, please let us know in the comments as well. So we're going to do another hit from Daryl Coley, and it's going to be In the Arms of Jesus, and we're going to play that.
That's one of my mom's favorite old school songs. She used to listen to it all the time, make me listen to it. You know, I didn't mind, but you know, she made me listen to it a lot. And
Yeah.
the messaging, I think the messaging in music is very important. You know, obviously you wanted something to sound good, but if you really want to have an impact on people, especially with gospel music, the messaging, I think, In the Arms of Jesus is a great message. You know, it doesn't get much better than that because we know that, you know, if you're in the arms of Jesus, then you're safe. And that's the convey the message that comes through his song. So I love this song.
Right. Okay, here we go, y'all.
Are you playing it? Because I can't see it. If you
Can you hear it?
I can hear a little something, but I can't see it at all.
Okay. Let me see. Did it work now?
It's coming up. I can't hear it though. There's still no sound.
It should come through in a minute.
Still no sound. It looks like he's singing now.
So you're not hearing anything?
No.
Right. There's the end of that. So as we can see, Daryl Coley really had passion when he sang. His music was very it was very much a relationship with God. It wasn't just, for shows. A lot of times for people, it's about, the vocals or about the showtime, but he sang, and you can see that it was very motivated. It was very, a very much a connection, and it wasn't just, singing it, and he had a talent, and he used it. These are clips off of YouTube. We do not, own any rights at all. So please, yeah, you don't own anything. Right. So we apologize for the choppy sound, everyone. We're still working on this. Pray, and if you're really good at tech or good at StreamYard, why don't you, hit up LRC conference and come help? Because we'd really appreciate if anyone out there is like a tech person, good with StreamYard, any of those genres would be great. And Pastor Brian is coming in. We're going to play our last video. Hopefully there is sound. Okay, we're not hearing anything. So while we're trying to pull up that video, let us talk about what today's message is going to be about. This week's message, if I can pull up a back screen really quick. This week's message is about the triumphal entry, which should be here, I think. No, that's the program. No. Yes, here we go. Triumphal entry, and we're going to have a spoken word or a sermon brought to you by our very own Pastor Young. And so the triumphal entry is talking about how Jesus rode in on a donkey. I don't know if you guys remember that story back in the Gospels, but Jesus had gone through a lot. He had gone through pushback from his own people. He oftentimes had to leave areas because some of his own people, his own kin, did not want to, associate, and they were nervous and they were scared because it's like Jesus is this person, he's healing people, he's healing on the Sabbath, he's doing things that are crazy, and it's just like, oh my goodness. But Jesus was teaching the people and talking with the people the way of God's heart, the way that we're supposed to interact with people, the way that you're supposed to behave properly. And so in that, we want to talk with you guys. I don't know if you guys can comment. What does triumphant entry mean to you or for you in regards to the Passion of the Christ? Are we ready for the video, Pastor Brian? Okay, we're still working on that video. But yes, Henry, what does triumphal entry mean for you in reference to the Passion of the Christ?
Well, in reference to the Passion of the Christ, I think about the triumphal entry. I think about it as the second act in the play. And when you do plays, you have, an arc type. So you go up, up, action, 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 you reach climax, and then you come down. Triumphal entry represents the top of Jesus's popularity, we'll say, with the Jewish people. They were all for him at the time because they were seeing him as the people. We want this, we love this. And that was Jesus's highest moment for most people coming in. But what they weren't ready for the actual truth. And when I think about it in context with us. We can get to a high point in life, or we can get to a high point in we think with our walk with Christ, but are we really ready for the actual truth? What comes next? Because once you get to the highest point, there's nowhere to go but down at that point. So that's what I think about. Are we ready for what's next? Are we just only focused on Jesus coming in to the city on Jerusalem? Jesus coming in, with a lot of fanfare, with people, praising, saying Hosanna, Hosanna, or are we not prepared for what comes next? The Garden of Gethsemane, the trial, the crucifixion, everything that's tough that comes after that.
Right. And in conclusion with that, we just want to keep everyone mindful that, this is something to meditate on. These are questions to ask yourself at home. This program, we want to bring people closer to God. This is about the passion of the Christ and highlighting what Jesus did for us on the cross. He did give his life, and he did have a very tough run. He dealt with all the things we dealt with. So Jesus is not new to temptation, and he's not new to any of the things that we're seeing. So we really need to cling wholly to the Lord. Ending with our program, we were unable to get the last music video to play. I know, I'm so sorry. Tears are coming down my face. But listen, guys, this is just day number 1. This is Sunday. And so Monday, tomorrow, we're going to come back, new co-host. We're going to come back with more music, and we're actually going to highlight some artists from our very own Lake Region Conference. Jeremy Robin, he has been a part of our church over in Illinois. Right. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. And Akalia, she is from, so Jeremy's from our Illinois, Chicagoland area, and Akalia is from our Illiana area. We're going to bring them on, and they are vocalists and instrumental, and they play instruments. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about what that means in reference to COVID and what it was like playing before COVID and what it's like playing now. Henry, have you been working on, I know you're the, Henry, just to tell you guys, he is our VP for the Motor City area. Yes. So how has it been trying to find artists for your programs in relation to getting them to sing or play music?
It's kind of tough because some people that I know for a fact are great artists or great singers, they don't really like performance sometimes. They got to make sure they're completely comfortable and confident in certain areas, as opposed to just going out there and trusting that everything will be good, which is something I can relate to. I get a lot of stage fright. That's why I don't sing or play instruments in front of a lot of people, because I get stage fright concerning that, which is crazy to me when I think about it. But I find that a lot of young people, they get so worried about, what other people think and what might happen, that they let it hold them back. And even with COVID, a lot of things is virtual, and I think that's actually helped a lot of people. So, you always look for the silver lining, the blessing. Where a lot of people, when they have performances, they're not doing it live. They're sending in a video, they're recording it by themselves, they're comfortable, and they feel good. So it goes both ways, trying to find good musicians, because they're around there. They're always around. There are so many talented people that are blessed with amazing gifts, in the Lake Region Conference.
Yes, there are. And if you know anyone who has a musical gift that, they would like to share, you would like to have them share, please write in their comments or send us emails or talk to us on social media. All these avenues, we're always watching and looking for talent, and we have so many days left in the week. And if you have a 1-minute video of yourself singing or a 1-minute video of someone else you'd like to highlight, please send the video clip and send in their name and their church so that we can highlight them, because we would love to. So tomorrow at the same time, so that is 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back with some artists, some interviews, more rapid fire, more games. Some of the other games that we're going to bring on tomorrow are going to be Song Association and Finish the Lyric. So we have some new things coming. Please stay tuned later on at 7. Is it 7? What's the next program time? 7. Next program is starting at 7. Right. Pastor Brian, can you tell us a little more about what's coming next?
Yeah, excellent. So glad to be here with you and Henry. and for this first night. Thought it went well with the glitches and those that were on with us. You be the person to share it with somebody else. You go share this excellent program with somebody else. Encourage them to come on with you the next time. JNL Henry, thank you so much. This evening, as we heard last night there at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, there will be the message that will be shared, the sermon that will be preached, the songs that will be played, the prayers that will be shared. We give God thanks and praise. Thanks for the affirmatives, affirmations, Sister Latita and Sister Minister Edwina and Sister Collins. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on with us and taking part and being involved with us. There's some suggestions in regards to Bethlehem French music and some other musicians. So get in touch and pass them along to J.O.N.A. We'll be glad to highlight them, glad to be able to give them this platform that the Lord can be praised, the Lord can be blessed. We'll figure this out by tomorrow. All right.
Amen. Catch you guys later. Please stay tuned for all that we have. Pastor Brian has done a great program, and we'll see you guys soon.
7 o'clock this evening. 7 o'clock,
Right.
7 o'clock, 6 Central. 7 o'clock
Mhm.
Eastern, 6 Central. All right.
Yeah. Henry, can you go ahead and pray us out, please?
Yes, ma'am. Dear kind and Heavenly Father, we just thank you for being with us. We thank you for blessing us and keeping us and allowing us to gather to learn more about music and the ways that music can affect our relationship with Christ and help us to even go closer towards you, Lord. I ask as we celebrate this entire week, Lord, leading up to the trial, death, crucifixion, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, Lord, I ask that you would just help us to think about everything that Jesus did for us, Lord, and I ask that you would just help it to rest on our hearts, Lord, so that we may be able to understand, the price of salvation, and that we may be able to take advantage of it as fully as we can, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. Amen.